Hello. It's an interesting challenge board. It's a very interesting challenge board. This is, I believe, the highest number of individual challenges that we have seen anyone take on so far today. That is to say, you know, across the two players, we have the highest number. I think it's going to be interesting. You were loving the Cusco pick. Tell me why.
Well, Cusco starts off in a really, really good spot. I mean, it's easy to unify your culture. It's easy to get your trade node. It's easy to get the 4 gold provinces. It's easy to get... I forgot the other objectives.
I have sent them to you. 5 great projects.
Let me check.
I didn't know there were that many great projects.
It's easy to do the missions because Cusco doesn't have really that many hard missions, to be fair.
Yeah, Cusco's a very
sailors in the world, again, it's very easy. And that's about it, right? What else did he have? 5 great projects. I mean, you start with the great project as Cusco in your capital. You have another one to the south in Yahuanco or something, which is the Tiwanaku Great Monument. The Potosi one, which is the really good one because it offers the gold mine, locals goods produced and stuff. Then you have a little bit to the north, the Chan Citadel and the Quito, so it's exactly 5.
It's gonna be...
So basically, as Cusco unifying Inca does all of your objectives. The only one that he would have to go the extra length to do is just get the 90 devastation. Because you literally get all the objectives by simply unifying the Incan land. Which is really easy to do as Cusco, so... That's an amazing choice right there.
Yeah. We will chat. I know you want the channel points bet, and honestly, I'm going to put some points in this channel points bet. I've been saving them up, but we'll get that done. We're just getting the all the challenges set up so that we can show you the situation, and then we will be on it. Here they are. Nice. Okay, so taking a look at this, let's talk Cusco first. Cusco, for those of you that don't know, is basically the nation that is set up to unify the Inca. They have an incredible starting leader and an heir, I think. That's good. They've started in a very strong position. Really, it feels like, in terms of the run going well, it's Quarbit's game to lose. But he did pick 9 challenges. So, I mean, that's nothing to sniff at, for sure. Uniting the culture group is definitely doable. It's definitely doable. Most sailors... Again, it's going to require making sure he's the only person in the known world. That's what it's going to take to get this done. Because I have to assume he's not going to do the, the 5 massive waves of rebels and stuff to push through that. Highest global trade income is pretty automatic. Provinces and trade node flows from uniting culture group. 90 devastation in capital. Presumably he's going to do what Zoic just did. And I'm not saying he's copying. Maybe he already had that strat in mind, but... You have to imagine, right?
I mean, whatever way he does it doesn't necessarily matter, to be fair. As long as he gets it through. The devastation part definitely is the hardest bit. So if he does go down the Slavic path, then kudos to him for, following down the path of a great EU4 player, right?
All right. The betting is open, guys. Get your channel points in there. So then over on Chewy's side, let's head over to his perspective, but keep up this thing here. So owning an institution origin province. Remember, that's own, not control, which means he has to own it directly. So obviously that just means wait till where it spawns in Italy and then make sure you can win the war. Now, the difficult bit about that is it's going to spawn in, 10 years or whatever, or so. If it spawns in a Milan that's allied to France, he might find himself in an annoying spot as someone who is trying to get 100,000 manpower. What do you think?
The institution is not that difficult. So even if it spawns, say, in Naples or whatever, it's an easy word for the Austrians. They're really, really strong as a nation.
They're very, very strong, but if he's trying to get 100,000 manpower, he needs to not be fighting... like big wars, and if France is allied to him, the most difficult one would be it spawns in Savoy, and then he has to fight France in the Savoyard Mountains.
I mean, if you really care about that bit so much, you could really just properly manage your attrition for your units, right? Or you can just hire mercenaries, and as the Austrians, they have more than enough in economy to hire the mercenaries.
It's true. He's not going for anything that's going to cost him much money, so I mean, he's got the 3 world ports, but that's 3k, you know, well, no, it's 3.6k. That's not that bad. Not that bad for sure. But
the legitimacy and the prestige is very easy also, because a lot of the wars in the E3 have a lot of nations that you'll be co-belligerating, so...
Absolutely.
That's going to be...
Lots of small nations.
Exactly, yeah. Then the 35 corruption, as we've seen so far, is really just a matter of time. 3 world ports might present a little bit of a difficulty to him. He will have to take the monument in Poland, in Krakow. And he will have to make sure that he... does that start actually as a level 1 or a level 2 monument? Because if it's a level 1 monument, he has to upgrade it as well. Yeah, I think it starts as a level 1, doesn't it? So that means he
no, it does count. They do count. Level 0 monuments do count, as we ruled on previously.
Oh, does it? Okay.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. No,
oh, sorry. You mean for the merchant?
For the merchant, yeah.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. I thought you meant for the 5 great project.
No,
that's not even the right play.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, so it's gonna get downgraded if it's a level 1 monument, right? So it's gonna get downgraded to 0. So he's gonna have to upgrade that. That's like 1,000 ducats, unless he gets the event trigger, and then it's 750 ducats. So he's gonna need the 3rd merchant for the trade port. Both of them honestly should be able to get all of their objectives done within this run. I honestly can't say they can. Both of them get all the objectives done. It's
if
super
that did
doable.
happen, it would be the highest scoring round in history.
It would be, yeah. It would be. And then
that would be a total of...
Yeah. I don't know.
It'll be 17 points going out to our players.
17.
Which is, I mean, it's a hefty amount. And yeah, as pointed out, there are enough points on the board here to allow either of our players to catapult themselves forwards. So Chewy sitting at 2 points, gaining a maximum of 8 here, could be able to put himself all the way up to 10 points, which soars him potentially into 3rd place, assuming Quarbit doesn't complete his challenges. So really a redemption arc possibility here, made possible by Aldra's early play, as Austria not going perfectly to plan. So we'll see.
Yeah.
But it's going to be, I mean, it's going to be tricky. He's got to, I think, vassalize a 10 province nation is part of the difficult bit, because I do think he was under the impression that personal unions would count. But I was specific. I said vassalize, not subjugate, meaning this early Bohemian War is not going to unlock that for him. I think he thought it might. He could still, as we established in conversations in the previous round, release nations.
I think what he's probably going to be doing is he's probably going to go for the age of what you call it?
Age of discovery.
Yeah, the transfer subject
bonus.
Thing.
Yes,
bonus.
That would make sense.
That's the word. Yeah, the transfer subject, and then he can just use that right on, say, I don't know, Norway. Take Norway from the Danes and vassalize Norway. So that would fix that particular objective. And I mean, it's not like he's going to have too many wars. He literally just needs to do 1 war for whatever area spawns the Renaissance, and that war, and maybe a couple more for Hungary and Bohemia. That's pretty much it, right? So
yeah. You still in chat, by the way, Aldra? That's how it's done. On the early Austrian War, in case you were wondering. It's just, of course, I'm being facetious, because Aldra is playing in a multiplayer lobby, which is much more challenging, but still. Very nice, very nice. Storming on through. 100,000 manpower. How challenging do you think that is?
I would say not challenging at all. You start with 66,000 max manpower as Austria, so after you get the personal unions and a little bit more land, you can reach 100,000 easy. Nice,
and there's a loyal Bohemia already with the loan repayment.
There you go. That's amazing.
Good move. Definitely a good move. And he wants the 35 corruption anyway, so the debasing doesn't hurt him. I feel like also our players previous to the last round, they've been what was I saying? They've been corrupting really early on, but then Zlowick last time only corrupting closer to the end definitely showed a lot of people, I think, how that can be run much later. There's the Hungarian PU war, setting himself up in a really good spot. I mean,
for the Hungarian PU, he really just needs to take Pest, Trenchen, and one of the other forts that he have. That's it. Just occupy the other provinces. So it's fairly easy to get that. What alliances did Hungary get? Because I didn't actually see what alliances they had.
Unfortunately, it was Chewy is playing at esports level speeds, and I didn't see.
Oh, okay.
So I do not know. I do not know. I'm not seeing any major nations having their forts switched on, so I'm thinking he's probably good, and he did manage to call in a bunch of people on his side. So
yeah, it seems like he's got it in the bag.
Mm-hmm.
Poland broke.
I think
their
100. I mean,
alliance with them,
100,000 is difficult.
That was a smart move, getting an alliance with Poland if he could, so he gets less aggressive expansion with them by getting the PU with Bohemia initially.
Chat and Zlowick are discussing the whether or not you can bank manpower these days. You can't bank it, at least as far as I know. You can't bank it through an event anymore. If you set 10 divisions training and an event takes you below 0 manpower, it unqueues those divisions from training these days. So there is a that one has gone. There could be other ways, but I don't know. I mean, slackening. I mean, the difficulty isn't even getting it, but that's not manpower banking. I mean, it was manpower banking, but maybe it's not the manpower banking you mean. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see if he does that. Getting the cap higher. I mean, he obviously just needs some more land. He gets the he doesn't have slack in recruitment, which gets it there, but he can exploit dev, but he can't exploit dev above his cap, so it wouldn't help. We'll see. You missed the last minutes. Did Zlowick get 10 out of 10? He did. He did. It was another 12 glorious points for Zlowick.
That was a fairly fast forward.
Yeah, very fast. It's 2 extremely good runs, or 2 extremely good wars for Chewy. The question is he going to be able to capitalize on it? Is he going to... Sure. Yes, Ludi, are you spotting a pattern yet? Because I'm spotting a pattern. For sure, followed by player failing.
Hey. Every single time I said for sure, they've succeeded in everything. What are you talking about?
Excuse me, this is definitely not true.
There you go. He's already at 75 prestige, almost about to get 1 objective. Let's go. See what I mean? Clear evidence. What were you gonna say before you were gonna ask me something?
I'm curious how you would do the manpower. Because he needs the 100,000. Well, because I don't think if you cancel recruitment when you're at cap, I don't think it puts you over the cap. I could be wrong. Is he at 90,000 max manpower already? All right, never mind.
Yeah, I mean, that's, like I said, it's not difficult for the Emperor to get that.
Yeah, you do get a huge boost from members of the HRE. Of course, if he's speed 5ing, he will start losing members of the HRE quite fast, depending on how much he plows through.
Not necessarily. He can ask people to return stuff if need be, so not so difficult. He will start recruiting mercenaries. There you go. He already has started. He's got the Grand Company. So he's probably going to rely on mercenaries for his main combat, for his main wars, right? So he doesn't...
Also just to persuade the coalition to not declare.
Yeah, also, yeah, of course. It's not like he's got a big coalition, though. It's fairly small.
Fairly, but, you know, the HRE princes, they add up. You know, each of them bringing whatever, 5,000, well, effectively like 15 or so thousand, counting their manpower to the coalition's desire to declare.
Whenever you fight the HRE as a coalition, the biggest issue is not necessarily the numbers that they have. It's the ability that they have to just split apart and think separately, and that can lead to, you know, it can lead to some tricky situations. You got to really be careful with that.
Sure, for sure. I feel like, to me, the danger of coalitions is usually not... Well, I mean, it's because, I mean, there's different ways to play, but the way I tend to play with coalitions is basically just causing them to never form. Because that lets you, because anytime they form, they're a limiting factor on your expansion speed. And so for me, it's always about trying to just create a massive army that they're not prepared to form against, and a massive kind of alliance chain. But we'll see. Not able to full call. So what is he going for down there? He needs... he basically just needs people to fight for the prestige right now, right? Whoa, he's only decaying 0.3? Holy heck. Emperorship is a potent drug. He's at 75 and he's only declaring this in 1449. That is impressive. That is impressive. Very nice. let's check in on Quarbit. How are things going over here? Oh, look at that.
Look at that. Quarbit's already finished the run.
That. Quarbit is going for the Quarbit Gambit to surprising no one. Imagine if he gets 9 completed in 30 minutes. It'd be glorious.
It will. 100%. I got faith. You can do this. There you go. See. Somebody peaced out. He's demanding their full annexation.
Of course. Are there other kinds of demand?
How would you even do that? Like, put yourself in the shoes of these sort of medieval rulers or medieval ambassadors or whatever, right? How would you even do it? Like, you go to the court of the opposite person, right? Opposite kingdom, and you go like, I demand your full annexation. How would you express that, Count Crystal? How would you? How would
I personally express that?
Yeah,
I'm not sure I feel comfortable putting myself in the shoes of a imperialistic conqueror, but if I were to try, I would do it politely. I think. So hello, it's nice to meet you. I killed your army yesterday, and I'd like some land. What land, you ask? Well, all of it, actually. This bit, and the other bits. Both the bits near and far, just all of it. And if you could hand that over, then, that'd be great. If not, I've still got the army. You don't. Your army's dead. I've still got my army, though. So if you want a rematch, just like 1v1000, like you v them, that's fine. Go for it. Otherwise, give me the land. That's how I'd do it. How about you?
And then a goblin comes out of the closet and goes up, and stabs you, and then that's it. They win.
Is this bit?
Because you made the mistake of going in person.
This bit? So Quarbit, the betting now is, can Quarbit do this in under 30 minutes? What do you reckon?
No.
No.
All of the objectives in 30 minutes. No.
And what isn't he going to get? He's going to get 7 missions. He's going to get 5 great projects. He's going to get Unified Culture Group. He's going to get 15. Well, is he getting 15 matching terrain? What matching terrains you got here? You've got the game up.
Yeah, let me check. So I'm guessing that's probably going to be highlands or mountains, but let's.
Or jungle. There's quite a lot of jungle.
No, it's mountains.
Mountains. Right,
yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Okay, so he's going to get jungle. He's probably going to get that in the next 13 minutes. Sailors. Should get that. He's full. He hasn't had to like semi-annex anyone yet.
The sailors, he probably has it already. He just needs a Quito, Lima, and Chimu. That's it.
Oh, it's true. It's only coastal ones, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd forgotten that. I was thinking he'd have to obviously be the only one, but
did he?
There's the 7 missions.
Quito? Yeah, he did. Right. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, that might be. Is he not already done then?
I think he's.
No.
He needs.
Yep.
Yeah, he's done that one, yeah. But he needs to do the other missions, like for the unified culture and stuff.
Oh, of course, yeah. No, I just mean for this particular challenge, but yeah, that's sailors.
Right.
Done.
Yeah.
Very nice. And then I don't know. I think he might be able to do it in 12 minutes. He was allied to some of the people in the south, just to keep them off his back, basically. I think, and to help with one of the early wars. So that will slow things down slightly, but. We'll see. But yeah, 100 sailors. The most in the universe. 100 sailors. Very nice. And then, all provinces and trade node. Pretty easy. 90 devastation in the capital. He's going to have to do the bankruptcies. That will take a little while. So,
He's got to be careful, though. If he does the bankruptcies in this particular area, he's going to lose all of his lands for sure. And he might get fully annexed, to be fair, so. Well, technically, he could just reload a brand new game and just have the 4 provinces, and that's it.
True.
And just do the bankruptcy in a separate game, so I guess it's not that big of a deal.
True.
And he's got the unified, I don't know if he said it yet, but he has it, trade node.
Oh, right, yeah, because it splits in the north.
Yeah, the southern bits are separate, yeah. It's a different node.
Nice.
He's got Lima.
Lima under control. Beautiful. You can tell he just noticed. All good. Yep. And a quick mana approach. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Heck yes. VTubers can count. Beating the VTubers can't count allegations one at a time. Let's go. That's, to be fair, we've now had 2 instances of VTubers counting province numbers wrong and 2 instances of them succeeding. So it's down the middle. It's down the middle. Pretty good. Pretty good. We're gonna have to see. We're gonna have to have a tie break. Tie break next week. So there's 7 missions, 15 mountains, trade node, 4 missions done in 20 minutes. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. Looking good. Looking good. VTuber Maths Brigade rise up. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. And then yeah, the 4 gold provinces. He does have 4 gold provinces, right?
Let's see. Let's see some VTuber emotes in chat, guys. Come on. Let's show us your all of the VTuber emotes. Come on, boys and girls.
Quarbit not like this is not relevant for once. Quarbit's crushing it. We're seeing.
I mean, these are emotes of joy, though. So you know, these are emotes of triumph. There you go.
Absolutely. We need to try out ones. There we go. There we go. That's a good one. Leo Hart. That's a good one. Right. So clearly, Quarbit absolutely crushing it. Moving through here. Let's head over back to Chewy's perspective because I want to know how he's doing on that manpower. 83,000. 83,000.
There you go. Almost there.
And
nice. You thought this was the tough part.
I mean, it's not trivial. I thought it was going to be difficult simply because it requires him to not lose manpower for a while, basically. But
I honestly think that Chewy played it a little bit too safe, though. He definitely could have gotten 2-3 more objectives and done as well at the same time. I mean, I get why he did it, right? Because he wants to make sure that he's getting some points for sure this run, right? So it makes sense, but I do feel like he could easily have gotten at least 1 or 2 more objectives squeezed in there to get some more points.
I respect it. 6 is a very respectable number. For sure.
For sure, yeah.
But yeah. He could just, RNGesus could just say like, Chewy, you've been trying your best, you've been doing really well, but no, I'm afraid you are not allowed to to win today because Renaissance just won't spawn. Because I believe it's a mean time to happen, meaning it could theoretically literally never happen.
You know, instead of destroying his manpower development, if he devs up only once a province, he goes to 100,000.
Nice.
Literally just has to dev up 1 province once, preferably Vienna. And then he gets above 100,000.
It's a good point, but it's invalid because you said Vienna and it's Wien. But you know, tried. Sorry. Good try.
Fair enough.
Here we go. 100,000. Very nice. The rare north-south rotation, but unfortunately we didn't get the full circle because, of course, the map doesn't work like that. Because as everyone knows, EU4 is played on a cylinder, not a circle.
Also, the world is not
sphere,
round. The world
it's a cylinder.
A cookie. Same.
It's not a cookie. It's a cylinder. Everybody that's played EU4 knows that it's a big round cylinder, and you can go off the one side and around the other side, but you can't go around the top. Very nice. And then here, I think, is the war for the vassalization. Oh no, he didn't full call Naples. I thought he might be trying to full vassalize Naples.
Where's the Renaissance? Where did the Renaissance spawn? We should talk to him and see.
It hasn't. It's true. It's true. Let's ask. Chewy, it's going pretty well so far. Love to see it.
So far, so good. Couple of.
He had no faith in you, man. This guy.
Excuse me.
Said Chewy's not gonna do. Chewy's gonna get no objective.
I've been
look. Chewy's not even getting 100k manpower. Imagine.
Washed up, Chewy.
He's like VTuber power, bro. He's like VTuber power.
Allegations.
I'm beating the Chewy hate allegations. I've been doing my best here. I've been rooting for him. I was back channeling him encouragement while he was drafting because he doesn't know what the word subjugate means or vassalize. Look, I'm doing my best here.
Listen, dude. Come on now. The master of semantics tells me that vassalize doesn't mean PU. Okay, man. They're my vassal. They're a subject. Like, come on now. Okay. All right.
So where
tomato,
did
tomato.
Renaissance spawn in?
Sienna, right?
Sienna. Yeah, it's in
Sienna?
Sienna.
Oh, we're
That's, what
getting Sienna
that's
now?
why I know
Okay.
C beat him. Yeah, yeah. No
Alright,
CB for
nice.
style
Fair enough.
points. That way I can also get a coalition
Beautiful.
of a bunch of people.
Beautiful,
Nice.
beautiful.
You love to see it. You love to see it.
Oh, yeah.
Good luck, Chewy. We'll let you do your thing.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate you.
Nice, nice. So yeah, Sienna should be pretty easy. Very good idea, I think, just to not waste any time. No CB in there. Secure the point.
That's a really good spawn as well. A lot of the times I noticed
Yeah.
in this patch, it spawns in Siena, Firenze, like in the central part a lot more than the north and the south. Kind of
It
makes
is
sense.
weighted to higher dev provinces, so it makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Can I refresh your memory of pick challenges? You know what? Old Seru, I would love to. Here they are. We have Quarbit with the beautiful Quarbit Gambit, the Blitz approach, going lightning fast. Already got his 7 missions, most sailors, all provinces in trade node, highest global trading income, 15 matching trade provinces, and rocketing towards his final 4 great projects, unifying the culture group and 90 devastation in the capital for gold provinces. Now, Chewy, on the other hand, trailing behind somewhat in terms of ones completed, but still currently looking pretty on track. I feel like he's going to be able to get through here. Full annexing Siena, I mean, you know, taking the one province that Siena has, is going to cause some people to be pretty mad at him in an OCB war, especially. You know, he hasn't got any casus belli related modifiers to reduce his aggressive expansion output from that. But we'll see. Where is he going to get his vassalization? What do you reckon on that one?
There's a few options. I would say, oh, actually, he cannot do Naples anymore because it's
Just right.
it took the provinces in Sicily, so that's oof.
Pouring range.
Yeah. Oh wait,
Pouring
what?
range is a problem. A, he doesn't have coring range to Siena. B, even if he did have coring range to Siena, his only port is blockaded, which means he has no range. Because if they
Well, he can
blockade
just
your-
vassalize them and integrate them. That's also an option, right?
Yes.
And then by the
Although-
time he starts integrating, he's gonna have more than enough range because he just needs
Yeah.
one Diplotech. That's it.
Okay. Okay. It
So it's
looks like
not
he
as
could
bad.
core it. Okay, should be fine. I mean, if he really had to, that naval siege, that is a relatable mouse circle. A relatable mouse circle. He could also, if he wanted to, take the 2 provinces to like get across Naples. But with his port blockaded, did they fix that though? Because it used to be that if your ports were blockaded as Austria, you could just not take land anywhere because it counted your colonial range as nothing. Because colonial and coring range are the same, if you're not familiar, champ. I hope they fixed it. Been a while. He can pull provinces from Genoa. Siena should be closer. Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. It doesn't remove range anymore. Nice. Good. You see, chat, whenever I don't know something, it's just because I'm a master. I never get blockaded. This never happened in any of my campaigns. I always dominate the seas, which I know Ludi is a big proponent of.
What, dominating the seas?
Yeah, you really think it's very important, especially in single
Oh
player,
yeah,
right?
yeah, obviously, yeah. It's right up there with making sure your
Oh, he's at
naval
99
traditions is high.
prestige.
There you go.
You can take
He's
it.
got it.
It's not that bad a coalition. And there is 100 prestige and 100
Yay.
legitimacy. Nice. That's 2 missions completed with a single click.
And he's
Very
close to
nice.
corruption as well. 32, is it?
Yep. Very nice. So world ports, which is just a bunch of dev clicks, basically at this point. And then vassalizing. It's basically the only things he has left to do. Very, very nice. Let's check in on Quarbit. He's got 2 minutes left to make the 30-minute timer work. Oh, he's so close. Come on, Quarbit. For the 30-minute dream, we believe. We got to talk to him. We got to talk to him. We got to try and encourage him here. Quarbit, you got 1 minute and 40 seconds to get all your challenges done in under 30 minutes. I believe in you.
Oh, okay. You scared me. I'm like a minute left.
If you get it done in 1 minute and 30 seconds, then you get double the points. But if you don't,
Excuse me.
then we take
This
all your
man
points.
is not authorized to offer these things.
No, I'm gonna hold
Good
you
luck,
to that.
Quarbit. Looks like
those
you're
are mine
well
now.
on track here. I'm sorry, I talked over you. Say again.
I said I'm gonna hold you to that. I'm gonna wait for my double points.
Excuse me. Well, you have 1 minute and 12 seconds to get 90 devastation in your capital, so I'm not
Okay, yeah,
sweating,
that's
to
not
be
gonna
honest. All right, good luck, Quarbit. Going really well. Love to
Thank
see
you.
it. Very nice challenge picks. Very good nation pick. All right. I mean, it's looking... This was a dominant nation pick. It was really, really good. I'm surprised, to be honest, that it was after... I mean, really, it was Lady Saffron's Hawaii pick that, like, blew the world open. Because in the first week, everyone was like, yeah, Europe over here. No, Europe over here. And then, like, really focused in there, with the exception, obviously, of Zloic down in Vijayanagar.
It really
But then-
goes to show, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's just how the meta has evolved as things have gone. It's not something that we talk about it a lot in Hoi, but there really is an intense strategy behind how our players are, how the thinking is evolving as things go on, and I very much look forward to shaking it up. Some challenge shifts coming over the next week. If you want to be a part of those challenge shifts, please do sub the channel, join us over on Discord. The suggestions channel on Discord is going to be on fire over the next couple of days, because I'm going to be posting different challenges and how we can tweak them and make them more challenging. And it's going to be a good time. So that's why I picked when I really started getting interested in this event. You know what? I could take that as you know, rude, but I don't. I agree. It's like, it was a really kind of game-changing moment that has led to loads of other stuff afterwards being, you know, the gates have been thrown open. And it's not, you know, I'm giving Saf a lot of credit here. It's not all that pick. You know, the other players aren't just, you know, copycatting. They're coming up with their own stuff here. But it was a big moment. It was a big moment for sure. And we loved to see it. All right. We know that Quarbit is on track here. So let's take a look over at Chewy. I think we are on track for the first... this would be the second ever all challenges. No, third ever all challenges completed. With the first being Saffron and Zloic last week. Second being, of course, Aldra and Zloic just now. And this would be the third, I believe, the third ever clean sweep. We will see. We will see.
I believe you're
Another
right,
incident.
yeah. I believe you're right, yeah.
Which incident was that? Oh, Shadow Kingdom, yeah. It's no big deal for this. Shouldn't cause a problem.
Where go to the objective screen. I think Quarbit's finished most of his except the one.
Yeah. It's purely devastation that Quarbit still needs.
That's a lot of points right there.
And Chewy just needs 3 world ports and vassalize a 10 province nation. So the 10 province nation is the tricksy one.
Yeah.
And there's not many challenges to see now, so let's stay here. What's the play? I mean, he's looking at Norway. He's counting. Everybody knows.
Honestly, I'll be totally honest with you. If I was Chewy right now, I would get the 3 world ports and restart, and then attack with the Conquest, CB, Bohemia, and vassalize rather than PU. I'm not sure if he could though. Let me check. Is it below 100 war score?
To take Norway in the...
It's not. It's above 100. Then he can just take Norway from the Danes. There you go. Yeah,
what was the other one you were considering, sorry?
No, Bohemia, but it's above 100 war score. I thought it's actually below.
Oh, yeah, no, you definitely can't. Vassalize Bohemia right out the gate. That's why it's so beautiful you get the claim these days. You used to have to
he could
restart
also,
until you got the interregnum go your way.
He could also vassalize Switzerland, feed him back the cores that they have. That's also an option, right?
True. That's a good call. I mean, he's got 27 minutes. He's really not struggling.
Or he could just wait for Switzerland to get the cores on the 3 leagues from the mission, right? That's also an option.
True.
So.
I mean, honestly, with 27 minutes, he could speed 5, integrate Bohemia, release.
Yeah,
well, could he? Could he get the 50?
No. That wouldn't be worth it. No, that wouldn't be worth it.
It's not worth it, but is it possible? Just out of interest, I think it probably is.
I don't think so. No, highly doubt it because
we got
he can
to like
start integrating
1480
them.
with pausing.
Yeah, but you need to wait for 50 years before you can integrate Bohemia. So you have to go into the 1500s just to start integrating. So yeah.
Not quite the 1500s. 96 based on what he says.
I mean,
sure.
I
agree. I don't disagree. I think it would have been it would be kind of needlessly difficult. You know what? He just got a CB on the Ottomans. You know what the absolute like maximal
Bulgaria
way of doing it here? Yeah, go in, liberate, vassalize Byzantium out of the Ottomans. That would be
pretty good. Let's check if that would be 10 provinces though.
Oh yeah. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm counting in my head.
Yeah, that would be 11 provinces even.
Yeah. That would be, I mean, it's, you wouldn't be able to take all the provinces in one war to then release it. Because obviously, especially with the capital.
He also could do
modifier.
Serbia. Serbia's got 10 provinces. Serbia's got 11 cores, actually. 12 cores, actually, Serbia. So he could vassalize Serbia, feed back the cores. That's one other way he could do it. Is Serbia still on the map, or no? It's actually eaten by the Ottomans.
Yeah, Ottomans have been blobbing up this game.
Yeah. When you least expect them.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of
he
options
wouldn't
for that mission.
But yeah, he definitely wouldn't be able to take Byzantium in one war. He'd have to do 2 wars against the Ottomans. And I say it's like the... Hang on. He doesn't think he can take it in a humiliate war, does he? Please no. Chewy, you're not helping me with the hater allegations. Oh dear. He could also, I mean, he could just conquer some provinces off like Bosnia or something, and then release Styria, feed the Styrians, integrate them. But there's the declaration. Please, Chewy, please know. Please know that you can't do it. Did a humiliate war goal. I'm not confident he knows. He's been clicking on no CB. It was no CB. Thank you, chat. Thank you, chat. I appreciate the correction. That makes all kinds of sense.
The Styria one is not a bad idea too, but then if you're going to be attacking Styria, that's way too much aggressive expansion. You'd get a coalition of the entirety of Europe. So that would trigger, so yeah.
Yeah. Though, and of course, you'd need to be at peace in order to release them. So
Yeah.
It's fair enough, Aldra. Does the challenge means vassalize someone or get a 10 province vassal, or vassalize a 10 province miner? It means you have to turn a nation into a vassal, and at the moment they become a vassal, they must have 10 provinces. And I'm sorry, I'm getting some feedback, Ludi, from your headset, I think. You have to have the 10 provinces at the moment they become a vassal. So you can release a 10 province vassal, you can through war vassalize a 10 province person, you can offer vassalization to someone who has 10 provinces, although that would be quite challenging in Europe anyway. They'd need to have pretty low dev to be willing to accept that. Initially, I was intending it to only be offer vassalization and imposed vassalization through war, but it's the way I've worded it definitely allows this, so we're allowing that for now. It's fine. Okay, pushing it through in the north. No CB. We've checked, right? He does have the, even without the transfer subject war goal, or does he have the transfer subject war goal now? I may have missed it. Oh, look at that! He got Sweden might be out of the Kalmar Union in a second. He's got pretender rebels in Stockholm. Nice.
It's gonna take him a little bit longer than a minute and force though, but if he doesn't kill the pretenders and he kills the Danish army,
it's only 2 years once they hold the capital. Yeah,
I mean, if he doesn't kill the pretenders and he kills the Danish army, then it's a guarantee basically.
You were right, Hydro, in chat, but now he does have transfer subjects. Ooh, do you have to have it when the war starts? Please tell me no. No, okay, he's got it there. He's got it there. It's all good. He's going for Sweden. Just for the ballsy play, get the bigger one.
Oh wow, that's a lot of aggressive expansion not needed.
Yeah, but even if he if a coalition declares on him, he could just cancel his subject over Hungary. That's fair. That's a 100 war score, and they'll accept it. And
he still needs the extra merchant, so he's got to have a war with the Poles for the World Trade Center.
Oh, you don't think he's just going to take trade ideas? I feel like he has time to take trade ideas here.
Actually, what's his admin? Is he on 4 already?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think so.
He might have time. True. He might have time.
I mean, with 21 minutes, I feel like both our players have played really well this round. They're not feeling like they're up against the clock nearly as much. Yeah. Obviously, you know, Chewy took on a smaller challenge than, for example, Zlewek in the previous round, but that's no shade, because you know the thing about this series is it's all about, you know, pick your challenge, see what you're trying to set out, and you know, do what you say you can. It was the strategy that my grandmother, very intelligent woman, always use when you go around to dinner. It's not finish your plate. It's only take as much food as you are prepared to eat. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. And that's what Chewy has done. 6 challenges. That's what he is prepared to eat. And he is munching. All right, I'm going to stop that. I can't see where else to take this metaphor, so I'm going to leave it there. But still.
I was wondering what's going on here.
Looking pretty good. He's got the just piecing people out, saving himself time.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, his allies
Well,
are going to block him.
he's allied to the Pole, so he's more than covered right now.
Mm-hmm.
Poland's got Lithuanian P also, so.
Quarbit has not finished Devastation yet. Just checking in on Quarbit.
Let's
see what's
check
he up to
over
here.
on Quarbit. Yeah, let's see what's going on.
Oh, he released a nation?
Oh.
Interesting. So he can siege it down and devastate it. Makes sense. And then he's going to move his capital here. It's going to be tricky, though, because what does he need? He only needs it at 90. Okay, I was going to say he needs it at 100, but no, he doesn't. He only needs it at 90. So it's not too bad. Not too bad. Yeah, this is to me, this is the simple way, and that's not an insult, of getting enough devastation to complete it. Makes a lot of sense. Means that there we go. It's got maxed corruption. Now he needs to core it, and he needs the corruption to not tick down below 90 while he's coring it. Which won't, because he deleted that fort earlier, which would have been helping it tick down. And he's Scorched Earth, which means it's actually ticking up, which means that now all he needs is the admin to move his capital, which he already has, because it's not that different in dev. Nice. Very nice. Just needs to wait for the core, which at speed 5 is not going to take long at all. Look at the time, by the way. You totally could integrate Bohemia if you could integrate it really fast, which you couldn't. But you could get through the 50 years really, really easily. Because, I mean, look at this. If Quarbit left it running here, he'd get to like 1510 or something.
Yeah,
there we
definitely.
go. Core is completed. Right, he's got to state it, of course. And boom! Job done. Full points for Quarbit. Nice. That is 9 points. And he is now incapable of losing, which means Quarbit has guaranteed himself 11 points, catapulting himself into second place with a total of 18 points, going over top of Lady Saffron's previous second place. Very respectable, 13. Nice, nice. Claps all around for Quarbit. Very, very good. Let's see if Chewy is going to be able to still walk home with his 6 points here. Very much still
There we go.
on the
There we
table.
go. We got the Norwegians now. Right? I think we
Nice.
do. Yeah, he's got the Norwegians.
Boom.
All right. One more
Glorious
objective.
victory. The game says it best. There
Nice.
he goes with 10 province vassalization. Wait, it's
does,
a personal
yeah,
union.
It does.
Does it switch to a vassal, or does it stay a personal union?
No, it should be a vassal if you went for the vassalization. You went for the
Okay.
right one, right?
We're gonna need Chewy, I think you got it right, but I'm gonna need you to just show me that is a vassal, not a personal union.
No, it's a vassal.
Okay, it's all good. It's all good. My heart was in my throat for a second there. Okay, it's all good. Carry on, as you were.
With the peace deal. Yeah. Actually, can you
Reading it
transfer
twice.
personal unions? I actually don't know how that works.
I don't,
I'll be
only
honest
by
with you.
full annexing the overlord, I believe.
That's what I was thinking as well.
Yeah. No, you're right. I was, it was not logical. It was just a moment of blind panic when I thought you might have the same problem happen to the third
Honestly,
time.
you made me second guess myself.
He's getting paid
I'm
by
good at
the
that.
other team, man. I'm telling you, he's getting
I'm
paid
good
by
at
them.
that. I managed to convince Quarbit that he had 1 minute left when I told him he had 1 minute left until he had 30 minutes left. So making people doubt themselves is my raison d'etre this evening, apparently.
Very good, very good.
Enjoy. Good luck. All right, so now we're just looking for the 3 world ports. 1 mission on here, on the board, left to be completed. A huge pile of points.
And see,
Going
I was
home with our
right.
players in the
They're
final
both
round.
going to get all of their objectives done.
You were right.
I'm always right.
You are sometimes right. Some portion of the time, between never and always. It's in between the two. You are right. Yes. But did he vassalize it? He transferred subject. Did he vassalize technically? Yes, he did. It's a high-level troll. The hater allegations are being passed from myself to Aldra, but yes, he did vassalize them. They went from not being his vassal to being his vassal. The doing word that we use for that is Ising, and he vassalized them. Oh my god, the Ottomans just took a huge chunk out of Italy. That seems bad.
That never ends well.
Yeah, that's not great.
Historically, the Ottos did have a small bit of a foothold in Italy. Mehmed the Conqueror wanted to conquer Italy. Or Rome.
Let's argue about verbs. Let's go. What was it called? The port they took in Salerno? I forget.
Something with an S, I think.
Chat, you gotta know.
Chat, tell us, chat. Chat's gotta know.
I thought it was a Z. Could be right. No,
What's it?
I forget. Going down here, he could just grab trade ideas, but no, he's taking espionage ideas.
Wait, what? Hold on a second. What's going on here now?
Why? What is this? Yes, he does need world ports, which means they have to be on the coast, but we'll see. We'll see.
Well, does he not have... he's got Siena, right?
He does have Siena.
He's got Istria. No, he doesn't have Istria. Ooh. He's got to get Istria.
Only 14 minutes. We thought it was over, but it's not yet.
No, it's not. No. Yeah.
That is a slightly spicy alliance change.
Oh, and Siena is not a center of trade. It's Lucca and Pisa. Oh no.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, he may find himself in a tricky spot. He could go home with 3 points. If he fails this one,
he can take the Venetian cities. He can take Venezia and he can take Istria.
Yeah.
3
points. 3 points is enough to put him out of last place, though. After Cleo's heartbreaking runs today and last week, she's currently sitting in 5 points.
Shocking, isn't it? Like Cleo was doing so well from the first session.
Yeah, this is no shade on any other players, but I think Cleo is currently the worst best player.
Oh no!
Right now, I think she's not. I'm not saying she's necessarily better than Zloic, but she's the one where the failures have been most heartbreaking, I feel like, because the strategies have been there, the execution has been good, the pre-planning is clearly there, the build-up is excellent, but then it just falls a tiny bit, which to me means, she's clearly a player to watch. There's great stuff still coming. So he's planning here on taking Pisa and Lucca, I have to imagine. And then he just needs one more. But he still needs the money. Not too big of a deal. He's worrying about...
Lucca would be the less aggressive expansion, I guess. Not that he cares about aggressive expansion, to be fair. But I'm just assuming that he just might try to not get completely raffle stomped before the...
Oh, chat has a good point. He could seize a province from Norway.
That is true.
Do they have to be in coring range though? Oh, but it's a vassal, so it would be adjacent to his court. So it should be always in coring range because it's in the same continent. I'm not sure if it calculates that properly though for seizing. Jack could help me out here. Jack, can he seize a province from Norway right now?
Yeah. Lucca and Pisa are in the same province. You can only have one tier 3 central reformation in one state.
Oh, per state. Yeah.
So
good point. It's a problem.
Would have to be one or the other.
That is a problem. Yeah. Ouch.
Should we tell him?
Yeah, she sleeps like 3 hours per night and lives in Australia. She definitely is insanely impressive for how well she's been playing, considering that she's doing this like in the middle of the night. He doesn't know, chat. He doesn't know, and we can't tell him. It's heartbreaking. It is actually heartbreaking.
I'm
Local
wondering why he went
streamer doesn't
also,
know. Oh, it's not good. It's not good. It definitely does work even if they're out of coring range. Nice. Well, that means he at least has a possibility of being able to get through and do that after realizing this is not going to work. Yeah. No interest in Milan. Not a button you often click. But I don't know. It feels dangerous. Is he? And he didn't take trade ideas. So where's he getting his third merchant from?
I'm curious about that myself. Like, no trade ideas, no monument. Where is he gonna get the third merchant from?
Is Vienna in? Vienna is just not in Eastern Europe, right?
No, it is in Western Europe.
Yeah, it's right on the boundary, I think.
No, it's not necessarily. I mean, yeah, sure, we can say on the boundary. Sure.
I thought Hungary was in Eastern Europe, in EU4. In fact, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Hungary should be on.
Okay, so it's when you say we could say it's on the boundary, let's just be clear here. We can say that because it's true.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, sure.
All right, but what I was thinking was, so unless he could, because if his capital was in Eastern Europe, he'd be able to trade company like Pisa, and then if he pushed their trade, but I mean, those two alone is probably still not going to be enough.
Could just...
Oh, that's not good. That's not good. It's all right, though. He's got so many allies in this, but... He's going to go expansion ideas? Yeah, could do. Golden Age? Yeah, might as well. Good point. I don't think we've seen anyone do a Golden Age yet in the run so far. It's a good point. It hadn't really occurred to me, but that's something you normally... Well, some people save it, some people don't. What are your thoughts on that, Ludi? I know a lot of people save it until just before absolutism.
As possible.
Yeah, I thought you would say that.
Because the reality is that the Golden Age is best used in the 1400s, latest in the 1480s to 1520s, 1530s, right? Because that period of time is when you have the most need for a reduction of mana points. Because you're going to need a lot of mana points for your first 3 idea sets. And if you time it well, you can use that Golden Age to reduce 10% mana cost for the ideas for all 3 of the idea sets. Plus a lot of early on development, a lot of whatever else you need in the early bit of the campaign.
Yeah, and early coring before you have admin.
Exactly, yeah. It helps so much more in the early bit than it does in the late bit.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Save it for a big piece of warfare like the lead war. Yeah, you could do. The thing is that because the reason to use it early, the other reason is that essentially, you know, the faster you grow and the stronger you are in the 1400s, the stronger you are forever after that. You don't tend to lose strength as the player. Meaning the more you can beef up, oh, that's quite a big coalition. That's quite a big coalition.
Doesn't matter.
We'll see.
There you go. A little bit.
And his heir became Venetian while in a war against Venice. What traitor!
Beautiful.
An absolute traitor.
A man of culture. Austrian by day, Venetian by night.
There's the conquest. Boom. There's... No! He doesn't know! Oh no, he's taking Istria. Oh, he knows. Thank God.
What?
He took Istria, which means he now has 3 states with trade in them.
I mean, he had it before also because Geneva is level 3 center of trade, and it's a separate state. It's not in Lucca. He's someone.
Oh, so okay. You misled me.
Yeah. So no, I didn't. How did I miss?
You said they were in the same province.
No, I said Lucca and Pisa is Geneva.
Yeah.
Genoa is in a different one.
Yeah, but that puts him at 2. Or is Gauls 1? Gauls isn't 1, is it?
Oh, you're right. Yeah. He also needs Istria. He didn't have Istria.
Yes.
Yeah. Right.
Surprising. This is good. This has been a good day, chat. I've heard, no, you're right, like at least 4 or 5 times. I'm feeling great about myself, I must say. It's a wonderful experience. Right, yeah, he's debt pushing. He's got the money. Or, he could have the money in debt. He can take a stupendous number of, number of ducats of loans. Pretty nice. Quarbit saying you've done 4 world conquests and you're an empty husk. Look, I'm not going to say I've done, like, dozens, but I've done dozens. It's a good time. It's a good time. You want to be a husk? Do a world conquest in Mayo and taxes. Anyway, we've got
Which
6
patch is
minutes
Mayo and taxes in? I'm curious.
on the clock. It's just been updated to domination.
Really? Wow, I might try it out then. Good info.
You should. It's very good.
Yeah, I used to play a while back. I like the mod actually.
I think I have the second ever world conquest. Yeah, it took like 140 hours. Anyway,
Yeah.
we got 5 minutes on the clock, and I can only, believe it or not, I can only talk myself up for so long. But it has been it's been a beautiful run, and it looks like Chewy is narrowly gonna come in with the clutch here. He does need to have which idea in expansion gives the merchant? I forget because I never take expansion. I think it's
that
the
would be the
first or second.
second one, I think. Yeah, second.
Second. Okay, so he needs 800-ish
800
mana for that, and he needs enough mana to keep teching stuff up. Yep, but he's going to go trade despite having less.
Okay.
Trade Diplo points right now. Interesting. Not totally sure about that one, but we'll see. We'll see.
861 corruption. Nice. Reaching Romanian levels.
He needs to dev Istria. Yeah, it's going to be expensive. Oh, hey, nice. Some radical reforms, though. It's giving him a
that
bunch
is
of dev,
beautiful.
bunch of
Beautiful.
points. Yeah, very nice. Very nice indeed. 4 minutes and 30 seconds.
That's really lucky.
No, look at him. He's chewing his lip. I can see the pressure. This is a man who is feeling the pressure. Oh, man. He's got to get the core on Genoa done before he can state it, at which point he can do that. He should have enough to dev push this, enough time, but has he got loyal burgers? It'd be worth quickly doing that. Time reminder? Good point, good point. 4 minutes, 4 minutes, Godspeed. We believe in you. He's got it. It's gonna be really close. It's gonna be really close though.
Did it give the
He's got
plus 1 mana
61
privileges?
corruption. Jesus Christ, you're right. I missed that. 61 corruption. Burgundian inheritance. Now is not the time.
He should not be at war. He should really just abandon
He
whatever.
can't upgrade stuff
doesn't
at
matter.
war. I mean, he could just surrender.
Yeah.
Emperor is dead. He had a good heir.
Good.
Yeah, but it's, I mean.
523. Yeah, he's decent.
Yeah. I saw him spin earlier. It's going to be pretty close. He's getting the dip, though.
He can do it.
He's getting the dip.
He can do it.
It's going to be like, 61 corruption? How much mana cost increase is that? Because it's going to cost him 600 dip per idea.
Oh, no.
Chewy, you got to unpause, bud. You got to unpause. Okay. Here we go. Upgrade before you dev? Yeah, true. Well, I don't know. Yeah, idea was 60 corruption. It's 1% per corruption in terms of mana cost increases, right? Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah.
God, it's brutal. And he's been excommunicated. Oh, man. Does he have the loan cap?
He really needs to unpause. Like, he just really needs to unpause. That's the main thing, because he needs to get those mana points.
Come on,
And he
2
should give the
minutes and
plus
20
1 mana
seconds.
privilege, because it's going to help him get it faster.
Oh, yeah,
he hasn't given the
course.
plus 1 mana privilege also.
Damn. Else full send the increased corruption? I don't know, because it might cause him to run out of money. I don't know how much mana and money cap he has left, and he doesn't have time to check. like at this point, it's genuinely in the case of like there's no time to do the accounting. He's got to do like just stop pausing though. I think he has pause on events turned on is a problem. Yeah, he does. Got to turn that off. I mean, maybe I'll turn that off on the PCs ahead of next time, but 1 minute and 50 seconds. Come on, Chewy. We believe. Chewy, remember, is the person that was beaten in the first round in the final 30 seconds by his opponent. Oh, but it's just not looking like it, is it? You've got to stop pausing. Please. Loan up and upgrade the advisor? It's going to be so close. I don't think he's going to do it, though. He's got to get through 2 years.
He needs to also max up on loans now because...
He can take a bunch more loans. He can take 25 more loans.
He needs to max up on loans now.
Yeah. Give the privilege, max the loans.
Give the privilege, max the loans, hire the advisor level 3, 4, 5, whatever you can.
Please. Could someone in the studio, could you go and just like wave a fan on the PC? The extra 0.01% performance increase from it being a bit cooler is what we need right now. It's exactly, there we go. Yes, loans, promote. But now does he have enough to get, he hasn't got 1,000 ducats now.
No,
Okay,
he has
more loans. He has way more loans. Okay.
A lot more. Come on.
Now he's quite close though. Sure, you don't have enough money.
Come on.
My guy. He doesn't have the money. He doesn't have the money.
The corruption. Get the corruption.
Quick, yeah, there we go. Exploit dev. 18 seconds. Please.
Unpause.
Please. Oh my god.
Oh my god, unpause.
Come on. 9 seconds. 5.
Take it. Quick.
Chewy. Go. 1 second. No.
Come on.
No.
Oh, that is just...
Oh my god. Oh
just...
my god. He's out. He can't get the money anyway. We're in tears. Chewy. That was so close. Oh my god. That was, I mean, it was heart-rending. It was heart-rending. There were things that could have been done differently. There were ways it could have happened, but now is not the time for that. Now, we mourn. We mourn for the lost points. But at the end of the day, that was still an excellent round. Chewy managed to complete 5 challenges, missing 1, giving him an additional 3 points, which does manage to pull him out of last place, I believe. But it's, yeah, I mean, it's a heart-rending finish.
That was really close. That was literally like 10 seconds close.
Mm-hmm. I mean, actually, another 10 seconds, he has it. 100%. And there's no... I mean, it's outrageous. And then taking the loans, he was under so much pressure. Taking the loans a second later. I'll let you talk at some point, Anis, but taking the loans just 1 second later and incurring 1 less tick of interest, and
It's been a half hour of impressive triumph and frustrating falling on the finishing line. As we can see here, and a reminder, Quarbit getting all 9. Mm-hmm. And as you mentioned, Christo, Chewy getting 5 out of 6. But of course, if you fail a quest, that counts as a -2. So Chewy ending up at 3 points, meaning Quarbit has more points, thus winning the duel and getting a full 11 points.
Very nice.
Very impressive.
Nice. Textbook play from Quarbit today.
Yeah. I mean, even then, I mean, it was so close for Chewy, but that was still a duel, once again, where everyone, we haven't had that many failed challenges, like in the last 2 duels. We haven't had any. It was mainly duel 1. So I get the sense that our players are starting to catch on with what they're able to do and what they're not able to do in 60 minutes on a speed 5 parsec connected computer. What do you guys think?
I think you're right. I think you're right. I think they've learned what they can do, and so now the only thing we can do is mix the game up a bit. We can have some tweaks, we can have some changes, we can get them back on the back foot. We like them to be, rolling with the punches, playing from behind, dealing with different situations, and I think that's what we're going to be looking forward to next week.
Chewy's also lost to the same objective last time, didn't he?
I think he might have, yeah.
I think he did. He did, it's true.
I'm going to go talk to our players.
Stop choosing this one.
In just a bit. Christo, Ludi, we, of course, will see you next week for week 4. Thank you guys so much for tonight. I'm going to go talk to our players. Here they are. First of all, Quarbit. Holy moly. What the heck? How did you manage to do that? Who are you? How did that feel?
Well, I felt like last week I was lacking a little bit, so I had to give the people something more.
Mm-hmm.
And the casters came in and scared the daylights out of me, saying I had a minute and a half, and then added before 30 minutes have passed. So that was fun.
Well, you did finish all of your quests. That was really impressive, and you did it in a really quick time. Chewy, flip side of that, you needed what? 1 or 2 more minutes, possibly?
Yeah. Sorry, there's a little bit of a delay. I can't hear you through the vmix, but yeah, I made the mistake of the forgetting that you can't add 2 trade companies in the same area, or 2 level 3 centers of trade, and then I forgot about the merchant, and I remembered at like the very last second, and then it ended up being an issue of like 30 ducats and like 10 cents, and you know, it is what it is.
It is what it is. As mentioned, we know now that Count Christo is like, ooh, maybe we made it too easy. Maybe we should make some tweaks to some of these quests. Quarbit, what do you think of that idea?
I thought that this board was pretty restrictive. I could only find like this many. Any more, and well, if Chewy had stolen any of mine, then that would have been it for me.
Mm-hmm. Chewy, what do you think?
I heard Christo and Ludi talking about adding like modifiers, like basically like the easy version and the hard version. I really like that idea, but I'm not gonna say anything because I have like 5 points and I keep on shooting myself in the foot. So let's I'll let the other people decide. Also,
adding modifiers is going to be really annoying for our graphics guy, so for his sake, let's see if we can avoid that. Quarbit, really impressive. Chewy, so close. Thank you guys both for playing tonight. We will see you next week when you have another chance to get even more points.
Thank you, GG Quarbit.
Thank you, GG.
And that is our duels for tonight. But before we go, let's recap what's actually happened after everyone has played. We can see that Slevik is obviously in the lead with 33. We have Quarbit on a strong 18. And then we have Lady Saffron sitting at 13. And then at the back, we have Cleo and Chewy. I'm not sure if Chewy's score has been updated or not. But they're sitting at 5 currently, and Uldra is sitting at 7. So here we can see the list of week 3. Cleo, Lady Saffron, not many points going out, unfortunately for Cleo. Uldra and Slevik getting all of the points, and same with the Quarbit and Chewy. Next week, we have Uldra versus Chewy, we have Cleo versus Slevik, and we have Quarbit versus Lady Saffron. We'll see how that goes.